The line has come all the way down. It opened at Gonzaga laying 9.5. It's down to 8 now. I would not be surprised to see it keep moving in that direction. I jumped on USC at +9.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I just think that they're going to be able to keep this thing close enough because of that. I don't know how effective Gonzaga is going to be getting out in transition against this team. And look, we talked about it the other day, and I guess we can talk about it again here. The big concern that I have is twofold. One, I think that Evan Mobley can really take away Drew Timmy's effectiveness in and around the paint. And Gonzaga has set a record this season for the highest two-point field goal percentage, in large part due to just how effective Drew Timme is around the basket and finishing. And I think that Evan Mobley can take that away. I also think that they're linked.
You know that they have more than Drew Timme, right? You are aware, correct?
Yeah, but hold on. Let me finish my thought. The other part of it is one of the assistants on that USC staff is Jason Hart, who played at Syracuse and knows how to run that 2-3 zone as well as just about any assistant on the West Coast. At this point, probably better than Mike Hopkins does, at least.
He's also got more talent. He's also got a man named Evan Mobley.
Yeah, and they just have so much size and length and athleticism that they can throw into that 2-3 zone that it's going to – what it's going to come down to, I think, is how well Jalen Suggs, Andrew Nembhard, and Joel Ayayi are able to shoot from the perimeter. I really think it's just going to be that simple. Because what I expect USC to do is kind of shade off of Ayayi and maybe Nembhard as well. Dare those guys to make shots. Yeah. And I think the counter is going to end up being who does Few put at the high post and how does he create some of the open looks and whether or not he can get some clean looks for Corey Kispert. But I really do think it's going to come down to whether or not Gonzaga can shoot well enough to make USC come out of that zone. Because if they don't, I think it's going to be a problem for Gonzaga trying to have one of those guards defend Isaiah Mobley, because that's what you're gonna find yourself in that situation where you have a guard defending 6'10" Isaiah Mobley, which is a problem for Gonzaga defensively.
Yeah, listen, I just don't know if I trust. They're older, USC's guards, and they're Peterson's huge. I mean, he's probably every bit of 6'7". I just don't know how they're going to stay in front of Jalen Suggs. I don't know how they're going to.
The problem is the zone, and if you're playing if you have the length to be able to play off of Nembhard and play off of Ayayi, then you can always make sure that you have two guys in front of Suggs.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to.
End up being.
The question is, how does Suggs handle the zone, right? Like, how does he handle it? Does he make good decisions? Does he dribble right into trouble in that zone? Like, that is going to be the key. Now, again, like Gonzaga's got guys that can shoot the ball also, right? Like Kispert against that zone. Ayayi, they didn't really pay attention to him last game, and he made him pay early against Creighton. Suggs has shown the propensity to be able to make shots. He's streaky, but he can make shots, especially if you give him space. They've got enough guys on that team that can make shots, and if they're doing that against the zone, I don't know how much is USC.
What's it going to come down to? It's going to come down to whether or not those guys are making
right. If they are, and like I don't know how much have they played man this year? USC. Do you know? You have that in Synergy?
I can bring it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
They flip flop between it, but of late as they've made this run, it's been a lot more than it has been man to man.
Yeah, because it's worked.
If Gonzaga forces them to go man, then USC's toast. I don't think USC can win if they have to try to guard Gonzaga man to man. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get Isaiah Mobley on Corey Kispert, and they're just going to run him off of all of those screens and all those down screens. So I think that would end up being a very bad matchup. We have someone in the chat saying that USC plays like 90% man.
Ellis would know. So they played a ton more zone.
92% man. It says on Synergy, they've only played 171 possessions of. That's. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, so they've played 15% of their defensive possessions have been in zone.
Wow.
And I mean they're significantly better in the zone than they are in a man, and that just seems low. That seems very low.
I just think if you play zone against Gonzaga, I just don't know. I mean, if you play if you play man against Gonzaga, I just don't think those guards, any of them, can stay in front of Suggs.
Yeah, you have to stay in the zone.
Well, I think you got to start in the zone, right? You got to start in the zone and just hope that they're not making shots. And again, the one good thing for USC is they've got a lot of length other than Isaiah White. I'm trying to think if anybody else. Oh, and Edey. Yeah, Edey. They're not the longest, but Peterson and the Mobleys. It's unbelievable what he's done with this group. Like, who would have ever thought he pulled like these 3 transfers, one from Santa Clara, one from Utah Valley, one's from West Haven, Connecticut, and throws them with the Mobleys, and like, this is what you got. Like, it's amazing to me. Because, again, like, these weren't like the transfers that you would shake your head at like we did with Carlik Jones and be like, whoa, okay, that dude is going to make an impact right away. These guys weren't that, and they've all been good. They've all been, honestly, way better than I expected. And but again, it starts with Evan Mobley. He's been the game changer, the second best family hire over the last couple of years. Maybe this is the best. You know what? This one might be better than Cade. It could get him to a damn Final Four. You got 2 of them. You got Isaiah and Evan, so you got 2 for hiring the dad. Plus, you're going to get a contract extension. Now, Boynton got 7 years yesterday. He made like $25 million yesterday, largely because of Cade and Ken and Cunningham.
Yeah, it was a worthwhile investment to make.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, yes, you're right. The key is going to end up being if USC is able to stay in their zone and be able to keep both of the big guys on the floor, because that's where their advantage is going to lie. So that'll be a very interesting match to see. That's all I got for. I'm already on USC. One thing I will be trying to do, though, is if USC jumps out to a lead, I'm going to try to snag a Gonzaga live line and middle it, because I think that Gonzaga is probably going to end up winning. So I can find a way, if I can get some like plus value on a Gonzaga money line, that would be a very interesting bet to make.